100 Hollywood celebrities who hate each other.
Oh no, so you must think that I agree with Nicki.
AKA you agree with the entire panel.
Hollywood isn't all red carpets and glamour. Behind the smiles, some of the biggest stars can't stand each other. From fiery on-set fights to brutal social media battles, these celebrity feuds will leave you stunned. Who threw shade, who threw punches? Stick around to uncover the shocking truth about Hollywood's most infamous rivalries. Taylor Swift versus Kanye West. The Taylor Swift and Kanye West feud began at the 2009 MTV Video Music Awards when Kanye interrupted Swift's acceptance speech, claiming Beyoncé deserved the award. Swift initially accepted his apology, but tensions resurfaced in 2016 when Kanye's song Famous referenced Swift controversially. Swift objected, stating she hadn't approved the lyrics. Kanye's wife, Kim Kardashian, then released a phone call suggesting Swift's consent, sparking a heated public debate. Swift later addressed the fallout in her music and interviews, referring to the incident as an example of public mistreatment. The feud reignited discussions about gender, fame, and media narratives. While both parties have since moved on professionally, fans on both sides keep the rivalry alive. Their relationship remains distant, with no indication of reconciliation. Nicki Minaj versus Cardi B. Rappers Nicki Minaj and Cardi B's feud is one of hip-hop's most high-profile rivalries. It began with subtle disses in interviews and songs, but escalated during New York Fashion Week 2018, culminating in a physical altercation at a party. Cardi accused Minaj of questioning her parenting skills, while Minaj criticized Cardi's authenticity in the industry. The feud dominated headlines, with both artists addressing the drama in their music and on social media. Despite attempts to de-escalate, their relationship remains strained, as recent public comments suggest lingering tension. Fans of both artists often clash online, perpetuating the rivalry. Justin Bieber versus Orlando Bloom. The feud between Justin Bieber and Orlando Bloom started in 2014 at a restaurant in Ibiza, where Bloom allegedly punched Bieber during a heated argument. Reports suggest the dispute involved Bloom's ex-wife, Miranda Kerr, and Bieber's connection to her after their split. Bieber's rumored involvement with Kerr and his subsequent social media posts mocking Bloom intensified the situation. Bloom, in turn, was linked to Bieber's ex, Selena Gomez, further fueling tensions. The incident captured global attention, with fans speculating about the deeper roots of their animosity. Madonna versus Lady Gaga. Their rivalry deepened through subtle jabs in interviews and public appearances. Madonna's comments often suggested disdain, while Gaga maintained respect but defended herself fiercely. The feud sparked debates about artistry and influence, with fans taking sides. In recent years, their interactions have mellowed, with Gaga expressing admiration for Madonna's impact on pop music. Eminem versus Machine Gun Kelly. The feud between rappers Eminem and Machine Gun Kelly began in 2012, when Kelly made comments about Eminem's daughter. Eminem, offended, allegedly blocked Kelly's career opportunities. Years later, the feud reignited when Eminem dissed Kelly in his 2018 album Kamikaze. Kelly responded with Rap Devil, a direct attack on Eminem's career and persona. Eminem fired back with Kill Shot, cementing the feud as a significant rap battle. Both tracks gained massive attention, polarizing fans and sparking debates about their artistry. While the feud boosted Kelly's profile, he later shifted to alternative rock, seemingly moving on. Eminem, known for his long-standing grudges, hasn't addressed Kelly since. Vin Diesel versus Dwayne Johnson. The feud between Fast and Furious co-stars Vin Diesel and Dwayne Johnson began in 2016, when Johnson referred to unnamed cast members as Candy. Tensions reportedly arose over differing work ethics and creative control. Public comments and social media posts further fueled speculation about their strained relationship. Diesel later claimed his tough love approach was to enhance Johnson's performance, but Johnson dismissed this explanation. Despite their public rift, both actors have praised the franchise's success. While they have not reconciled, Johnson left the main series, signaling a desire to move on professionally. Paris Hilton versus Lindsay Lohan. The Paris Hilton and Lindsay Lohan feud dominated early 2000s tabloid culture. Once friends, their relationship soured due to personal conflicts and public insults. A notable incident involved Hilton's friend Brandon Davis calling Lohan disparaging names while Hilton laughed. Their feud played out in interviews and social media, defining an era of celebrity drama. Hilton later described Lohan as someone she didn't trust, while Lohan downplayed the conflict. In recent years, Hilton has expressed a willingness to move past their issues, though their relationship remains distant. The feud is now a pop culture relic of Hollywood's party scene. Elton John versus Madonna. Elton John and Madonna's feud spans decades, originating from John's public criticisms of Madonna's performances and artistry. He notably accused her of lip-syncing during live shows and disparaged her Golden Globe-winning song Masterpiece. Madonna responded subtly, dedicating a performance to John. The feud escalated through pointed comments, but softened over time. In 2012, John extended an olive branch, expressing regret for his remarks. While their public clashes have ceased, their rivalry remains a notable moment in pop music history. Both legends have since focused on their respective careers, leaving the feud largely in the past. Drake versus Meek Mill. Drake and Meek Mill's feud began in 2015 when Mill accused Drake of using ghostwriters. Drake responded with diss tracks, including Back to Back, which gained widespread acclaim and meme status. Mill retaliated with his own tracks, but fans largely sided with Drake. The feud overshadowed both artists' work, drawing massive media attention. In 2018, the rappers ended their rivalry, reuniting on stage and collaborating on music. Their reconciliation marked a rare resolution in the competitive world of hip-hop, turning a bitter dispute into a story of growth and mutual respect. 50 Cent versus Ja Rule. The feud between rappers 50 Cent and Ja Rule is one of hip-hop's longest-running rivalries. It began in the early 2000s over personal and professional disputes, including accusations of theft and betrayal. Diss tracks and public confrontations followed, escalating the conflict. 50 Cent famously bought out concert tickets to leave Ja Rule performing to empty seats. Despite occasional claims of maturity, both continued to trade insults on social media, keeping the feud alive. Their animosity remains unresolved, highlighting the intensity of competition in the rap industry and cementing their rivalry in hip-hop history. Mariah Carey versus Nicki Minaj. Mariah Carey and Nicki Minaj's feud began during their stint as judges on American Idol in 2012. On-set clashes were leaked, with Minaj accusing Carey of being condescending, while Carey criticized Minaj's professionalism. Both exchanged heated comments in interviews, intensifying their rivalry. Carey later dismissed the experience as the worst of her career, while Minaj claimed Carey was insecure. Despite the show ending, lingering tension remained evident in subsequent interviews. Neither has publicly reconciled, and their feud remains one of reality television's most memorable celebrity disputes. Bette Davis versus Joan Crawford. The legendary feud between Hollywood icons Bette Davis and Joan Crawford began in the 1930s, fueled by professional rivalry and personal grudges. Tensions escalated while filming Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, with alleged on-set sabotage and biting insults. Davis accused Crawford of stealing roles, while Crawford mocked Davis's appearance. Their animosity captivated audiences, becoming one of Hollywood's most infamous rivalries. Despite their public hostility, both acknowledged each other's talent. The feud remained unresolved until Crawford's death in 1977, cementing their legacy as fierce competitors in Golden Age cinema. Charlize Theron versus Tom Hardy. Charlize Theron and Tom Hardy clashed while filming Mad Max Fury Road in 2015. Reports cited personality differences, with Theron describing Hardy as difficult and Hardy admitting to frustrations during the grueling shoot. Their tense dynamic mirrored their characters' conflict, contributing to the film's intensity. But their relationship remains professional rather than friendly. The feud highlighted the challenges of high-stakes filmmaking and the pressures actors face on demanding sets. Justin Bieber versus Taylor Swift. Justin Bieber and Taylor Swift's feud stems from Swift's fallout with Bieber's manager Scooter Braun, who acquired her music catalog in 2019. Swift accused Braun of bullying and controlling her work while Bieber defended him, criticizing Swift publicly. Their strained relationship extended to Swift's disapproval of Bieber's treatment of her friend Selena Gomez during their on-again, off-again relationship. The feud continues to divide fans with no reconciliation in sight. Both artists remain focused on their careers, but tensions linger due to unresolved disputes. Jennifer Lopez versus Mariah Carey. Jennifer Lopez and Mariah Carey's feud is best known for Carey's iconic phrase,
I don't know her that well.
Rumors of rivalry began in the early 2000s, fueled by claims of Lopez borrowing elements from Carey's unreleased music. Carey dismissed comparisons while Lopez denied any animosity. Public statements suggest lingering tension, though neither has openly escalated the feud. Their rivalry remains a symbol of competitive dynamics in the entertainment industry, with fans continuing to debate their influence and legacy. Chris Brown versus Drake. A 2012 nightclub altercation allegedly over Rihanna escalated into a feud with diss tracks and public jabs exchanged. The pair later reconciled in 2018, collaborating on music and putting years of tension behind them. Kim Kardashian versus Chloe Grace Moretz. In 2016, Moretz criticized Kim's nude selfie on Twitter, prompting a fiery response from Kardashian. The feud highlighted generational differences in views on self-expression. Neither has addressed the dispute publicly since, suggesting it has simmered down. Nicki Minaj versus Lil Kim. Lil Kim accused Nicki of copying her style when Nicki's career began rising. Diss tracks and public insults followed, cementing their rap rivalry. While both have since focused on their careers, the animosity remains a notable chapter in hip-hop history. Cyrus versus Nicki Minaj. The feud began at the 2015 VMAs when Nicki called out Miley for comments about her. The tense on-stage exchange went viral. While they've largely avoided discussing each other since, their icy relationship persists in public memory. Selena Gomez versus Justin Bieber. Their on-again, off-again relationship created public drama, with both shading each other post-breakup. Selena described the relationship as toxic, while Justin later apologized for past behavior. Though both have moved on, their tumultuous history still fascinates fans. Lady Gaga versus Perez Hilton. Former friends, their feud began in 2011 when Hilton criticized Gaga's Born This Way. Gaga accused Hilton of stalking and bullying, while Hilton claimed Gaga became dismissive. Their falling out became public and acrimonious, with no reconciliation in sight. Tyrese Gibson versus Dwayne Johnson. Gibson criticized Johnson for delaying the Fast and Furious franchise by focusing on Hobbs and Shaw. The feud escalated through social media, with Gibson posting emotional rants. Though Johnson downplayed the drama, their relationship remains strained. Ariana Grande versus Victoria Justice. Rumors of tension on the set of Victorious began when Justice reportedly felt overshadowed by Grande. A viral clip of Justice saying, "I think we all sing," fueled speculation. While Grande moved on, the feud lingers in fan discussions. If you're in it for the whole ride, hit 1 in the comments. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's next. Pusha T versus Drake. This rap feud exploded in 2018 with Pusha T's diss track revealing Drake's secret child. Drake responded with his own track, but avoided escalation. The rivalry solidified Pusha's reputation and remains one of hip-hop's most memorable clashes. Sarah Jessica Parker versus Kim Cattrall. Cattrall publicly criticized Parker for alleged mistreatment during Sex and the City. The feud became evident when Cattrall declined to reprise her role in subsequent projects. Parker maintains there's no hostility, but Cattrall disagrees. Kathy Griffin versus Andy Cohen. Griffin accused Cohen of being dismissive and cruel after replacing her on New Year's Eve Live. Cohen denied the claims, but the feud escalated through social media. Their relationship remains contentious, with no sign of resolution. Chelsea Handler versus Angelina Jolie. Handler, a close friend of Jennifer Aniston, has repeatedly insulted Jolie, blaming her for Aniston's divorce from Brad Pitt. Handler's public remarks have drawn criticism, and while Jolie hasn't responded, the animosity persists. Joe Jonas versus Taylor Swift. The feud began in 2008 when Swift accused Jonas of ending their relationship in a 27-second phone call. Both released songs hinting at the breakup. Though they've reconciled publicly, the feud remains a key moment in pop culture history. Martha Stewart versus Gwyneth Paltrow. Stewart criticized Paltrow's lifestyle brand Goop, accusing her of copying Stewart's ideas. Paltrow responded with subtle shade, including a Goop pie recipe called Jailbird Cake. While playful, the rivalry underscores their competing empires in the lifestyle industry. Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard. Their highly publicized legal battle over abuse allegations captivated the world. Both accused each other of misconduct during their tumultuous marriage. The court cases revealed deep animosity, and the feud remains unresolved despite legal rulings. Tom Cruise versus Brooke Shields. In 2005, Cruise criticized Shields for using antidepressants to treat postpartum depression, calling it irresponsible. Shields responded, defending her choices and mental health awareness. Cruise later apologized, but the incident highlighted their differing views on medication and mental health. Courtney Love versus Dave Grohl. The feud stems from Nirvana's legacy, with Love accusing Grohl of profiting unfairly from Kurt Cobain's work. Grohl has largely stayed silent, but tensions flared publicly over rights and royalties. Though quieter now, the feud remains a defining clash in rock history. Jimmy Kimmel versus Jay Leno. Kimmel openly mocked Leno for taking back The Tonight Show from Conan O'Brien in 2010. Kimmel's on-air impersonations fueled the rivalry, with Leno avoiding direct confrontation. The feud reflects Kimmel's loyalty to O'Brien and lingering tensions in late-night TV. Joan Rivers versus Chelsea Handler. Rivers accused Handler of being ungrateful for paving the way for female comedians. Handler dismissed Rivers' criticisms, calling her outdated. Their feud played out publicly with no reconciliation before Rivers' passing in 2014. Jon Hamm versus Kim Kardashian. In 2012, Hamm called Kardashian stupid while criticizing celebrity culture. Kardashian responded, defending her work ethic. The disagreement highlighted cultural divides, with Hamm refusing to retract his comments despite backlash from Kardashian's fans. Anthony Bourdain versus Paula Deen. Bourdain criticized Deen's unhealthy recipes and her late disclosure of having diabetes while promoting high-calorie foods. Deen called his comments elitist. The feud underscored differing philosophies on food, with Bourdain remaining outspoken against her practices. Kendall Jenner versus Jeffree Star. Star criticized Jenner's lack of enthusiasm for promoting her makeup line. His blunt remarks about her professionalism sparked backlash among Jenner's fans. Jenner hasn't responded directly, but the feud remains a talking point in the beauty industry. Kathy Griffin versus Anderson Cooper. After Griffin's controversial photo scandal in 2017, Cooper publicly condemned her actions. Griffin accused Cooper of betraying their friendship, calling him spineless. Their long-standing relationship ended and reconciliation seems unlikely. Rob Kardashian versus Blac Chyna. Their tumultuous relationship ended in a bitter custody battle and lawsuits. Kardashian accused Chyna of abuse, while Chyna claimed defamation. The legal drama overshadowed their co-parenting, making reconciliation improbable. David Letterman versus Oprah Winfrey. Their feud began in the late 1980s when Letterman made jokes at Oprah's expense. Oprah felt publicly humiliated, leading to years of tension. They reconciled in 2005 when Oprah appeared on Letterman's show, ending one of TV's most famous rivalries. Howard Stern versus Simon Cowell. Stern criticized Cowell's return to America's Got Talent after Stern's departure, accusing Cowell of manipulating decisions behind the scenes. Cowell avoided direct confrontation, but the feud revealed tensions over creative control and show dynamics. Bette Midler versus Kim Kardashian. In 2016, Midler mocked Kardashian's nude selfie, suggesting she needed creativity. Kardashian fired back on Twitter, accusing Midler of hypocrisy. The exchange became a viral moment, highlighting generational clashes over self-expression and social media. Megan Fox versus Michael Bay. Fox compared Bay to Hitler during the filming of Transformers, leading to her dismissal from the franchise. Bay claimed Steven Spielberg insisted on her firing. Though Fox later apologized, their working relationship remains fractured. Rihanna versus Ciara. A 2011 feud erupted after Ciara claimed Rihanna was rude to her at a party. Rihanna tweeted a dismissive response, escalating tensions. Though they later apologized publicly, their relationship remains distant. Chris Brown versus Frank Ocean. The 2013 feud involved a parking lot altercation reportedly over a Grammy nomination. Ocean chose not to press charges, but referenced the incident in his music. The conflict underscores their contrasting personas in the music industry. Jennifer Aniston versus Angelina Jolie. Jolie's relationship with Brad Pitt while he was married to Aniston sparked media frenzy. Aniston described the situation as uncool, and their relationship has remained strained, symbolizing one of Hollywood's most famous love triangles. Demi Lovato versus Taylor Swift. Lovato criticized Swift for donating to Kesha's legal fund, calling it performative. Swift's fans defended her, sparking social media drama. Though they've avoided further conflict, the tension highlighted differing approaches to activism. Eminem versus Mariah Carey. Eminem claimed a brief relationship with Carey, which she denied. The feud escalated with diss tracks, including Carey's Obsessed. Eminem responded with harsher lyrics, solidifying their acrimonious public relationship. Ariana Grande versus Jennette McCurdy. Reports of tension on the Sam and Cat set emerged, with McCurdy feeling overshadowed by Grande's rising music career. McCurdy later confirmed their friendship cooled, though both have remained professional in public. Shannon Doherty versus Alyssa Milano. On the Charmed set, Doherty and Milano reportedly clashed over creative and personal differences. Doherty's abrupt departure in 2001 fueled speculation. Milano later expressed hope for reconciliation, but Doherty has remained silent on the matter. Amber Rose versus Kim Kardashian. Their feud began in 2015 when Rose criticized Kardashian's relationship with Kanye West, Rose's ex. Kanye added fuel with disparaging remarks about Rose. The conflict played out on social media, but Rose and Kardashian eventually reconciled publicly in 2016. Shia LaBeouf versus Alec Baldwin. Tensions arose during the Broadway production of Orphans, with LaBeouf reportedly clashing with Baldwin over creative differences. LaBeouf was fired, later posting private emails to fuel the feud. Baldwin described LaBeouf as difficult, and their relationship remains unresolved. Bristol Palin versus Meghan McCain. The feud began with Palin accusing McCain of elitism and judgmental behavior in her memoir. McCain dismissed the claims, labeling them as attempts for attention. Their clash highlights differing dynamics within politically connected families. Demi Lovato versus Selena Gomez. Once childhood friends, Lovato and Gomez drifted apart over the years. Lovato unfollowed Gomez on social media in 2020, later criticizing her as insincere. Though Gomez hasn't responded, fans continue to speculate about the fallout. Justin Timberlake versus Britney Spears. Their breakup in 2002 led to Timberlake's hit Cry Me a River, suggesting infidelity by Spears. Media scrutiny fueled public interest in their rift. Though both have since moved on, the breakup remains a defining moment in pop culture. Shakira versus Jennifer Lopez. Rumors of tension surrounded their co-headlining 2020 Super Bowl performance. Shakira reportedly felt sidelined with limited rehearsal time compared to Lopez. Both have publicly praised each other, but fans speculate about lingering unease. Taylor Swift versus Kim Kardashian. Their feud began in 2016 over Kanye West's song Famous. Kardashian leaked a phone call between Swift and Kanye, claiming Swift lied about her involvement. Swift refuted the claims, calling the release manipulative. The feud remains unresolved. Hilary Duff versus Lindsay Lohan. The rivalry started in the early 2000s over shared romantic interests in Aaron Carter. Both exchanged public barbs and the media amplified the drama. Though they've since moved on, the feud is remembered as a hallmark of early 2000s celebrity culture. David Guetta versus deadmau5. deadmau5 criticized Guetta's music as formulaic, calling him a button pusher. Guetta dismissed the remarks, emphasizing his popularity with fans. The feud highlights contrasting philosophies in electronic music production, with neither backing down. J.K. Rowling versus Stephen King. Rowling unfollowed King on Twitter after he supported trans rights amid her controversial comments. Fans criticized Rowling for the move, fueling debate. King downplayed the feud, but their differing views have caused a visible rift. Piers Morgan versus Jeremy Clarkson. The feud began with Morgan criticizing Clarkson's work, leading to a public spat and even a physical altercation at a 2004 press event. Though they've since joked about reconciling, the rivalry remains one of British media's most infamous clashes. Kanye West versus Wiz Khalifa. In 2016, Kanye misinterpreted Khalifa's tweets as insults and launched a Twitter tirade targeting Khalifa and his ex, Amber Rose. Rose defended Khalifa, forcing Kanye to apologize. The feud highlighted Kanye's impulsive online behavior. Rob Lowe versus Tom Cruise. Lowe revealed Cruise's intense competitiveness during auditions for The Outsiders. Though the tension was brief and professional, it reflects their contrasting personalities as rising stars in 1980s Hollywood. Brandi Glanville versus LeAnn Rimes. The feud began after Rimes had an affair with Glanville's then-husband, Eddie Cibrian. Public insults and social media battles followed. While tensions have cooled over the years, the two remain distant. Who do you think was more in the wrong? Comment Brandi or LeAnn. We'd love to know what you think. Azealia Banks versus Iggy Azalea. Banks accused Azalea of cultural appropriation in 2014, sparking a long-running feud. Azalea dismissed Banks's criticisms, leading to ongoing social media arguments. The feud underscores broader debates about race and authenticity in hip-hop. Eminem versus Christina Aguilera. Eminem dissed Aguilera in The Real Slim Shady after she commented on his personal life. Aguilera responded publicly, leading to ongoing tension. Though Eminem later toned down the feud, their relationship remains frosty. Rihanna versus Teyana Taylor. In 2013, Rihanna mocked Taylor's singing in a social media post. Taylor fired back and their feud escalated, with fans choosing sides. The rivalry was never publicly resolved. Charlie Sheen versus Chuck Lorre. Sheen's erratic behavior on the 2.5 Men set led to creator Lorre firing him in 2011. Sheen insulted Lorre publicly, intensifying the feud. Their professional relationship remains severed. Kanye West versus Amber Rose. Kanye disparaged Rose in interviews after their breakup, calling their relationship a mistake. Rose defended herself on social media, reigniting tensions. The feud reflects their rocky post-relationship dynamic. Russell Crowe versus George Clooney. Crowe criticized Clooney's endorsements, calling them unprincipled. Clooney responded with humor, escalating the feud. Though Crowe later apologized, their interactions remain strained, highlighting their differing attitudes toward Hollywood fame. Kelly Osbourne versus Christina Aguilera. Osbourne frequently criticized Aguilera's appearance on The Osbournes, calling her names in interviews. Aguilera reportedly mocked Osbourne's weight in response. Though both have moved on professionally, the feud remains an example of early 2000s celebrity rivalries. Jordyn Woods versus Khloe Kardashian. Woods was accused of being involved with Khloe's then-partner Tristan Thompson in 2019. Kardashian called Woods a homewrecker on social media. Woods denied the affair, but their friendship ended, making headlines about loyalty and betrayal. Courtney Love versus Madonna. In the 1990s, Love criticized Madonna for being fake and for her mainstream appeal. A chaotic MTV interview in 1995 escalated tensions. While both have downplayed the feud, they've never reconciled publicly. Azealia Banks versus Rihanna. The feud began in 2017 when Banks criticized Rihanna's political stance on social media. Rihanna fired back with sarcastic posts, leading to an intense exchange. The argument underscores Banks's history of clashing with high-profile artists. 50 Cent versus Floyd Mayweather. Their friendship soured in 2012 over business disagreements. 50 Cent mocked Mayweather's literacy while Mayweather dismissed 50 Cent as irrelevant. The feud reignites periodically on social media but remains unresolved. Lindsay Lohan versus Amanda Bynes. Lohan expressed frustration in 2012, questioning why Bynes wasn't jailed for legal troubles while she was. Bynes didn't respond, but fans saw it as an unnecessary jab. Both actresses have since focused on personal recovery. Kelly Osbourne versus Lady Gaga. Osbourne criticized Gaga's fans for online bullying in 2013. Gaga responded with an open letter advocating kindness. The feud escalated when Gaga sent Osbourne a cake as an olive branch, which Osbourne rejected. Bethany Frankel versus Jill Zarin. Once close friends on The Real Housewives of New York City, their relationship soured over perceived jealousy and betrayal. Frankel and Zarin exchanged harsh words on and off the show. Though years have passed, tensions linger. Axl Rose versus Slash. Rose and Slash's creative differences led to Slash leaving Guns N' Roses in 1996. Rose publicly criticized Slash for years. Though they reunited in 2016, their long-running feud remains a hallmark of rock band disputes. Sinead O'Connor versus Miley Cyrus. In 2013, O'Connor criticized Cyrus for being exploited by the music industry, comparing her to a prostitute. Cyrus dismissed the remarks, mocking O'Connor online. O'Connor responded with open letters, and the feud remained unresolved. Julia Roberts versus Nick Nolte. Tensions flared on the set of I Love Trouble, 1994, with Roberts calling Nolte disgusting, and Nolte labeling Roberts not nice. Their off-screen animosity reportedly impacted the film's production. Both have avoided working together since. Liam Gallagher versus Noel Gallagher. The Gallagher brothers' rivalry fueled Oasis's fame but led to its 2009 breakup. They've traded insults for years, with Noel criticizing Liam's antics and Liam mocking Noel's ego. Despite brief reconciliations, their feud persists. Paris Hilton versus Kim Kardashian. Hilton's former assistant Kardashian eclipsed her in fame, sparking tension. Hilton called Kardashian's rise a betrayal in 2008, but later apologized. While they've reconciled publicly, subtle jabs suggest lingering rivalry. Kesha versus Dr. Luke. Kesha accused producer Dr. Luke of abuse, sparking a lengthy legal battle. Luke denied the claims, and the feud divided fans and artists. The case brought attention to power dynamics in the music industry. Katy Perry versus Miley Cyrus. Cyrus and Perry feuded after Cyrus mocked Perry's reaction to their 2014 kiss during a concert. Subtle jabs followed, but both later downplayed the drama, indicating the feud has cooled. John Mayer versus Taylor Swift. Swift's song Dear John allegedly targeted Mayer after their brief relationship. Mayer called the song cheap and unfair. The feud remains unresolved, though both focus on their music careers. Drake Bell versus Josh Peck. Bell criticized Peck for not inviting him to his 2017 wedding, sparking public tension. Peck clarified they'd grown apart, but they later reconciled publicly, ending the feud. Charlie Sheen versus Rihanna. Sheen called Rihanna rude in 2014 after she declined to meet his then-fiancé at a restaurant. Rihanna responded with playful social media shade. The feud fizzled out without resolution. Do you think Rihanna was truly being rude, or was it a misunderstanding? Comment rude or misunderstanding. Ariana Grande versus Pete Davidson. Following their whirlwind romance and engagement, Davidson joked about their breakup on SNL. Grande responded with the hit, Thank You, Next. Though indirect, their feud reflected post-breakup bitterness. Noel Gallagher versus Damon Albarn. Britpop icons Noel Gallagher of Oasis and Damon Albarn of Blur had a heated rivalry in the 1990s, symbolizing the